Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome to another episode of Game Set Live. We are a day late, dollar short. Had some Wizard of Oz crap come through here yesterday. Knocked the power out 3 times, and the last time I didn't think it was coming back. It finally came on right before I went to work, which was a little before 9 o'clock. So yeah. Anyway, rest of the guys will be shuffling in here pretty soon. I think Vinny said he's about 10 minutes out. Don't know about Fabio or Bush. Bush wasn't going to be able to make it yesterday because of health reasons, but today may be different. I don't know. We will see. Anybody in the chat wants to join in, just, we'll get you in here. We'll get you talking. Anyway, so there's been a lot of talk this week. Yes, Hellblade 2 is the best looking game that I have ever seen. It's the best looking game that I've ever played. But I don't know. We seem to want to see some innovation, some changes for the better when it comes to sequels, and we've not seen that with Hellblade. I mean, other than the way it looked, and you having some NPCs that kind of accompany you on your journey. Not really anything different. I mean, yes, it's beautiful. It arguably one of the most beautiful games that's ever been made. I mean, other than something like Flight Sim, which what can be more beautiful than the real world? But I don't know, and it's getting review bombed. Some people that didn't expect anything more than the first game, just a more beautiful rendition of it and the continuation of the story. Those people are loving it, but people that are looking for the sequels to build on the original are bombing it. And I think I don't know. I've seen some people say that it's Xbox tax. And yes, some reviewers are so blatant with the way that they reviewed the last game, stating the negatives, that it was a different take on a walking simulator with some combat thrown in, and the psychosis going on in Senua's head. They explained the negatives of the game and the positives and gave it 9.5s and 9s. And if you look at their review of the new one, they're basically giving you the same negatives and positives and then turning around and giving it a 5 or a 4. And I don't know. I mean, tell me in the chat, what do you think? Would it have been different if Xbox had never acquired Ninja Theory and this game had been just Ninja Theory by themselves, a third-party developer on every platform? Would people be loving this game right now, or is this Xbox tax in full force? I mean, I'm sure we've seen it definitely with the media and whatnot. Kind of Xbox getting the shaft at the end of the day, and Sony getting by with things that I don't know if they get away with it more than Xbox does. I do believe that when Xbox does it, everybody jumps on top of it, and they take it to the mountain and they preach it. But when PlayStation does it, it's not really. If it is extremely advertised, it's not really picked up by the mainstream and carried. So, anyway, I digress. How's everybody doing? Glad to see everybody here tonight. Yes. The game on screen right now is Generation Zero. Playing on my PC on Steam, and this game, I didn't even know this game was in Game Pass, but I liked the way it looked, and I watched a couple of videos on it, and so I bought it on Steam. I didn't even know I could get it free on Game Pass, but I can tell you that you are getting the premium experience on the PC. This is a rock solid 60 frames a second. All the settings on max, playing at 1440p, not even using DLSS in frame generation, quality, performance. Not even using it. I don't even know if it even supports it. But I usually try and see what the game runs like without it. Um, and it ran great, so I didn't go back and even look for it. And of course, we've all heard Xbox is going to buy out Steam, which is ridiculous. I'm sure we may see a partnership, if anything, because, yeah, I think it'll be a feather in their cap to have Steam accessible on their hardware, whether it be the highly touted and anticipated dive into the handheld realm, or if just on console. I mean, because let's be honest, the Xboxes and the PlayStations are just PCs now, with Nintendo taking the more proprietary route. But at the end of the day, other than the way they look inside, these are all PC parts. You could recreate these consoles with a PC build. And Steam, when you launch a game on Steam, first off, it automatically sets all your settings for what it thinks your rig can handle. And so Steam on an Xbox should automatically set those settings for what it thinks your console can handle. It's a win-win, really. It's a win-win for Xbox to have that, like I said, feather in their cap to be able to access Steam, which I've gotten really heavy into Steam here in the last 3 or 4 months, and it is amazing just how many what's the word I'm looking for? Opportunities there are in Steam. I mean, I thought Xbox was great because of their early access program. Let me tell you, early access is alive and well on Steam. I mean, I had no idea just how many early access opportunities there were in Steam. And what's great is you get it for the early access price, which is usually for like the first couple weeks. Like I think Serum, a game that just came out in early access yesterday. Well, I got the early access price of $19.99, and that price is only good till June 6th. When these games that are in early access, if and when they see a final release, then you don't have to buy that final release. You were part of the early access program. You helped them build the game that is coming out in the final release. You don't have to pay that final release price. And it's a little different on Xbox. I've seen a lot of early access games kind of be, well, Manor Lords is a good, it's good, what's the word I'm looking for? It's a good example of how Manor Lords came out free in Game Pass. It's early access. But Manor Lords is also on Steam, but you have to pay for that version in early access. So, you know, there's pros and cons. I definitely like to get in on early access because I really like to see what these smaller developers are cooking. And I played about half an hour of Serum before I went live, and it was very taxing on my GPU. I know it's time for a GPU upgrade. I'm rocking one of the best AMD CPUs you can rock. I've got 32 gigs of Corsair Vengeance RAM. My CPU that I just mentioned, it is an AMD Ryzen 9 5950X, 16 cores, 32 threads. You know, that was the best CPU that they made without going Threadripper, because before all the X3D chips came out. So it's still rocking 4.8, 4.9 gigahertz, 16 cores, 32 threads. It's very comparable CPU. It'll keep up with the likes of a 4090 or whatnot. It'll give it all the frames that it needs. My GPU, on the other hand, yes, I've got a EVGA 3060 Ti. Yes. Most of the games I've been able to run maxed out with settings with with the help of some DLSS. 3.5, not 3, because 3 is only available on the 40 series cards, but 3.5 works on the 30 series. Well, it's kind of funny, right? You would think 3.5 on the 40, it's a higher number, but you know, we could go into number naming all day long with these GPUs. It never makes any sense, especially when you get into TIs and supers, and it's just crazy. But anyway, I digress. I've been able to run everything at 1440p with the help of DLSS, with high settings and ultra settings, no problem. Yes, the 3060 Ti is a little loud because it's a two-fan design, but Serum was the first game so far. Serum was the first game that I had played on my PC that brought my GPU to its knees. If I was inside my base, I was getting 60 frames. Occasionally, I would say 61, 62 frames. But out in the world, especially rapid traversal, I was dropping into the low 50s. I think I was averaging like 55. And yeah, it's time for an upgrade. I think I'm going to go with the 4080 Super, to be honest with you. 10,240 cores. Yeah, it sounds like a good choice. Yeah, I was looking at the 4070 Ti Super. The problem with I've got a really nice case. It's a Bit Phoenix Nova Mesh. It's a white case. It's got plenty of depth, plenty of height, but it's short, so I cannot go over 13 inches on a card. If it's over 13 inches, then I can't do it. Sis, that's what she said. So anyway, waiting for the guys to come in here, start filing in. Got some good news on the top. Hunt Showdown dropping PS4 and Xbox One support in August. Hunt, I didn't know anybody still played that game. I thought it just kind of came and went like Back 4 Blood. That was another disappointment. Don't get me into that. I was an old Left 4 Dead fan. Spiritual successor to Left 4 Dead. And, just found out that they ended support for that. They'll still do like bug fixes and stuff, but as far as new content, nothing more is coming to Back 4 Blood. Yeah. Let's see here. Atari acquires a television brand but leaves disastrous Amico console behind. Or is it Amico? Oh. There's a developer direct. It's been confirmed for June 7th. Who is this? Let's see. Developer direct June 7th. I know the June 9th Xbox Showcase. Oh, Devolver Digital is going to have a developer direct taking place June 9th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Wow. Like 11 o'clock my time. Ouch. Speaking of which, the show will be going back to... Oh, we got a Vinny. Vinny in the house.
Oh, what's going on?
Hey, Vinny. How you doing, brother?
Good. Everything sounding all right?
Yeah, you sound fine. You sound fine. You're coming through just fine. Thimber's saying I have no sound, but I'm showing sound.
Let me see. Hold on. Let me stream. Give me a second.
Bop, 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 doop, doop. Bop, 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 da. Sound now? Sound? Yes? Thimber says, okay, it's better now, but I mean, I'm showing my...
Better now?
I'm showing mic feed right into OBS, but I kind of would hate to think I've been sitting here talking to myself for the last 15 minutes. That would
That'd be
suck.
hilarious. I
Yeah.
can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you just fine too. And you are showing up on OBS as system audio, and my mic is showing up on OBS, and I don't know. It
Yeah, no,
is
I can hear you on the stream too.
it is crazy. Yeah, I know. Bob, Vinny is sounding a lot better than Bob because Vinny's got more of a platform than Bob does. Yes. So everybody just kind of gravitates to you, so Vinny. So Vinny, man, yeah, this has been a strange week. Is it Xbox tax or is it over anticipation? Did people get their hopes up and did they make this? Did they make Hellblade 2 out to be something that they? I don't know. I mean, I've seen
Can't
people.
even.
I've seen praising. I've seen bombing. What do you think, bro?
I can't even tell, quite honestly, because I've even seen like devout Xbox fans say they didn't like Hellblade 2. Is this just in regards to Hellblade 2 or just Xbox in general?
Well, a little of both. I mean, because if you look at one review sticks out in my mind. Shoot, I can't remember who did it. I just saw it posted on Twitter earlier. They gave the pros and cons of the game, and of course, the con was every con that they're giving Hellblade 2. But the pros was the psychosis and the environment, and at the time, the way that game looked, and they gave it a 9.5. And then their review they just did for Hellblade 2, same pros, same cons, and they gave it a 4. So I guess what I'm asking is if Xbox hadn't acquired Ninja Theory, and this was Ninja Theory's sequel on their own, would it be getting great scores across the board? Or do you think people
I'll
have
say
just...
this.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
No,
I'll say the people that um, reviewed Hellblade originally and then reviewed the sequel lower are definitely either it's their publicist, like their organization that's telling them to do that, or themselves, right? But I don't think it's like a genuine score for those people.
yeah,
But
I find it hard to believe that it's. I mean, I don't. What did people? Yes, in a sequel, I do expect some innovation, some moving forward, and it's just Hellblade 1 with a enormously gorgeous bucket of paint thrown on it. But
yeah, my thing is, I've seen Mr. Matty Plays review. He did not like it at all. Like, I think he gave it like a 6 or a 5. Um, Fonzarelli, Jay Fonzarelli, he didn't really like it either. Zocker as well, he gave it a 5 out of 10. So yeah, part of me is like, is this Xbox tax or is this like genuinely not a disappointing sequel? I will say though, I saw a reviewer who reviewed Gollum. Remember that Lord of the Rings game that came out last year?
oh yeah,
Higher
the
higher
garbage.
than yeah, higher than Hellblade 2, which I don't think is like I don't think Hellblade 2 is that bad, you know.
No, that's horrible. Gollum. Ugh.
Yeah, Gollum didn't even run right. You could like the game was you couldn't even play it.
Can you say
Not only was it a bad game, you couldn't play it.
Can you say huge Lord of the Rings fan? It's the only way I see it, and even then, huge Lord of the Rings fan, not a real gamer. Because as a gamer,
Yeah, not a real gamer.
that game sucked. Oh, I don't know, man. The one thing that I was kind of thrown off about it because I did beat Senua's Sacrifice. I didn't get 1,000 gamer
Same
score.
here.
I got 900 because I still had that one glyph that I didn't find through my initial playthrough.
Same here. Yeah.
So I was stuck with 900 of 1,000, and I did enjoy the game. I thought it was a great game, and so it had been a while since I had, the controls are all the same in the new one.
Yeah.
And when I first started the game out, I just felt so. I was like, I can't run. Why can't I run? And I was like, I was pushing buttons, and I was like, what is run? Are they expecting me to remember what run is? Can I get some controller cues on the screen, please? And there was none of that until you got to the combat. And then I started watching some people's playthroughs and initial thoughts on it and their reviews. And I saw they were moving a lot faster in the areas where I couldn't figure out how to run. And so
Yeah, isn't it like left bumper or something?
yeah, it was something like that. And so I don't know, maybe the beginning of the game wouldn't have been such a. I mean,
The
maybe
beginning of the game such a drag.
yeah,
I don't know what they're thinking with that.
it was a drag, but at the same time, it was beautiful to look at. So I just kind of dealt with it. It could have been a lot better. Maybe if they had opened with that scene that everybody saw in the reveal of them fighting that creature that comes onto the beach.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that. But oh, oh man, it was a little rough.
Yeah.
But
Thing like the reviews for Hellblade 2 are super super divisive, you know. There's only like a couple of them that are scoring like between 6 and 7, and then most of them is either 9s and 10s or 4s and 5s. So it's kind of hard to choose which ones you believe, right?
yeah, let's hope Project Mara knocks it out of the park because I don't know. I mean, after what
That just like apartment simulator or something?
I don't know. I hope it's not. I really hope it's not because we saw what happened to Tango and Hi-Fi Rush was amazing. I mean, don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
I am positive this game will win awards because of visuals and audio. I'm sure it will. But game of the year, it is not.
yeah.
Story. It is
I don't think
not.
so
But
either.
as far as visuals and audio, this game has got awards in the bag. So it is
Yeah.
going to be acclaimed, just maybe not for the right reasons. Not as the full package.
That's what I was thinking. Hellblade 2, it feels like, you know, when you're in high school and you have like a project that you had to do and it was due like the next day and you kind of procrastinated. So the best you can do is like instead of adding like you know, more detail and effort into the game to make or into the project, you can
Yep.
you kind of just make it look pretty so it doesn't look as bad, you know.
Yes. Exactly.
So it just feels like unfinished. That's all.
Yep. It does. I don't know. It's just it's got me. At the same time, me. I guess I'm gonna throw myself in that boat as well, Vinny. I don't know what I expected. I mean, I guess I expected some more open world combat and not the closed off one on one set pieces that we got in
Yeah,
the first one.
that's kind of what I was expecting as well.
Like
It looked more open in the trailers.
yeah. I mean, yes, I expected the set pieces of like when you first come across the slave trader himself, and he ends up you end up binding him and taking him on your journey with you. Yes, I expected pieces like that to be one-on-one encounters, full cinematic, hoopla, and but the in betweens I guess not everything deserved that set piece.
Yeah.
I would have liked to have seen some more action and less choreographed. Which I mean, the choreographing is great, but that's all it is. And oh.
That's kind of like everything I hate about Sony games. It's
uh,
just like over animated, like too much cinematics. Kind of like like how in Hellblade 2, like where you're always walking slowly because they're trying to fill context.
yes.
And I hate when Sony games did that, and I hated it when Hellblade 2 did that, just because I don't mind like every once in a while, but when it's a constant thing, it's just like, oh, dude, this is such a drag. Stops feeling like a game and more like you're supposed to be watching a movie.
Uh, what? Hold on. I'm getting reprimanded. Thimber says, to be honest, I'm disagreeing with you two today.
It's alright.
Hey, shout out to it's Timmy, and shout out to
Timmy.
Thimber in the chat streets, the empty chat streets of Game Set Live. Yes, do it for the love, not for the fame. Yeah, Thimber says people need to stop listening to those YouTubers and have your own opinion. These are our own opinions.
Yeah, these are.
I mean, I'm going to finish Hellblade 2 and I'm sure that I will enjoy it, but at the same time, the sequel, it did nothing. Sequels are supposed to expand on gameplay and things are supposed to evolve, and there's none of that with Hellblade 2 other than you bringing other people along on your journey and them, listening to the banter between them and Senua. Yeah, that's special, but I could have got that in a cutscene.
Yeah.
uh, it's just, I don't know, it is a great game, but it could have been so much better. I feel like they put all this time into the trip to Iceland and getting things photogram, the photogrammetry and all that down, and they went. They're like, okay, we've got something that works now. Like, let's make it more beautiful and more immersive than ever, and they did that. But they didn't build on the gameplay from the first one. They just gave it to you
Yeah.
with like I said, a beautiful can of paint. Which,
More cream and less coffee. That's what they did.
Thumber says one of his friends called it his game of the year. I will say one thing: Digital Foundry gave this game praises. They did not shit on this game. They said that it, even playing it, if you play it at 60 frames a second on your PC with everything maxed out, they said that you do not get the same experience that you get as far as like cinematography and that feeling of being in a movie that you get on Xbox. They actually recommended that if you do play it on PC, play it at 30 frames a second, which was odd because, and they even said it was odd because you always want the highest frames a second. I think Colt Eastwood even said the same thing too, that when you play it
I
on
think I understand that. Yeah.
yeah, when you crank up the frames per second, it loses a little bit of that immersive feel.
The
And
cinematic feel. Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I don't. I haven't tried to play it on my PC yet. Speaking of, because yeah, it would probably bring my video card to its knees. Speaking of which, Vinny, I played a half an hour today of Serum,
Oh, let's go.
and it brought my video card to its knees, dude. It's like,
Is that why the reviews are kind of mixed right now because of the optimization, or?
I think so because I've played everything else. I mean, yes, I have a 3060 Ti. Yes, and it does get loud because it's a two-fan design. But
Let's get loud.
I've
Let's get
still
loud.
I've still been able to run everything with max settings and with the help of DLSS stay above 60 frames a second. On this game, I was not able to change the resolution. I had to play it at 1080p. And even at that, I was barely holding 60 frames. If I made my traversal through the world too fast, I fell into the 50s.
Mm.
So I'm really interested to know what. No, Serum is not what's on screen. What's on screen is Generation Zero running on my PC with everything maxed out, 60 frames a second. Which Vinny was nice enough to tell me last night that that is free on Game Pass. Generation Zero is on Game Pass, but it's got no optimizations, and you're stuck at 30. So, but Serum is a early access game, Thimber, that just came out on Steam yesterday, and it looks really cool. And so far, I'm loving the premise, the way the story has been set up, and the way you're kind of just handed your own base with all the crafting stations that you already need. You've just got to gather the ingredients. I'm really digging the story and digging the setting and what they give you to start out. It's awesome. But yes, it is. This game is not optimized. I should not be stuck at 1080p. I should be able to. I don't know if there's any DLS or FSR. I didn't see it right off the bat, but I don't even know if that's available for Generation Zero that you see on screen, because I was happy with 1440p with everything maxed out. I didn't go back and look for DLSS because I was holding 60 frames a second without having to use it. Which is usually when I go back and look for any of the frame gen or DLSS or FSR stuff, is if I'm having difficulty holding 60. Because I usually play this in big picture mode and on my flat screen in front of me. I don't think I can go over 60. If I did, I wouldn't see it. So I do have a 144 hertz Samsung in front of me, but it's a small screen. It's 27 inch. I'd rather play that on the 46 right next to me. Much, much nicer. Yeah, I know Vinny. Not Vinny, Thimber. I know my volume seems a lot lower than Vinny's, and I don't know what's going on. I could scream into the mic right now, and is I don't get it. Let's see. Huh? So, Vinny, how you doing?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Not too bad.
What have you been playing, sir? And how are things on the West Coast?
They're not too bad. We did have like a little bit of a hot week last week and the week before, but today the things seem to have cooled down a bit. Now we're in the 60s. We were in the 80s. Um, as far as playing, yeah, I've been playing Fallout 76 as usual, but actually been playing some Red Dead 2 on PC because I haven't really played on PC too much because I got caught up in other games. But man, this game is so good,
Which game is?
especially on PC.
Which game was that?
Red Dead 2.
Oh yeah, Red Dead 2 is a special one. I like it a lot.
Yeah, on PC it looks crazy.
Insane.
I mean, it looks good on console too. I mean, the fact that they got this running on at 30 FPS on consoles at 4K is pretty crazy.
it's kind of messed up though how Red Dead Online had such a good thing going for it, and now it's dead. I mean, the servers are still up,
Yeah,
but as far as content, not doing it very well.
I think it just didn't catch on like GTA 5 did. Like nobody was really buying the microtransactions.
Yeah.
It's a shame because it's actually better than GTA 5 as far as like immersive gameplay and stuff. But
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, Thimber. Maybe my mic is
what did
dying.
Timber say?
Oh, it's just talking about how I sound quiet on the
I don't
stream.
think it's your mic because you sound fine on my end. I think it's just OBS.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on
Or
with
are you
OBS.
using like a audio software to help clean up your mic?
I don't believe so. Hmm? No.
Hmm, strange.
Yeah, little strange. Oh well. But anyway, so are you all in for Microsoft buying Steam? Yeah.
No, I hope it doesn't happen. The
Oh,
thing is, they can't even run their own store. How do they expect to run Steam?
yeah, I don't know. Maybe integration to help them with theirs, or maybe they'll get Steam and they'll just shut the Xbox store down. They're like Steam is so successful. Let's get them and shut down the Xbox store and the PC store, and we'll just call ourselves Microsoft's steamy pile of poop. Yep, sounds good
May
to
a
me.
part of me wonders. A part of me wonders if they're doing this to kind of just take the Steam Deck, um,
The tech,
this how would you call it? The Steam Deck, and then just turn it into Xbox mobile thing. And it already has Steam integration and all that stuff.
yes. Thimber's got it right in the chat. It's no way in the hell they'll allow that with the regulators. No, they're not going to.
Oh yeah,
No, because Steam is a
I don't know
storefront.
why they're even trying.
Steam's a storefront, and it's a direct competitor. You are not allowed to absorb direct competitors.
Yeah, that'd be a horizontal takeover.
Yep. What I think it is, I think it's just a partnership. That's all I think it is. I think it's going to be a partnership, and everybody's going to benefit at the end because Steam is going to make more money because Steam will be available on more hardware, and Xbox will sell more hardware because everybody will be able to play Steam on their console with their big TVs. Now, I do think it's going to be limited though. I do think that this partnership, the Steam on your console, like if you go through Steam and you click on games and the games that say your controller is fully supported, those are the games that are going to be allowed through Steam on the console. So it may be a kind of a modified storefront. The games that don't have full controller support just won't be there. The ones that even I know, even if I know they say that keyboard and mouse is fully supported on the Xbox, but who uses keyboard and mouse on their Xbox? Nobody. People that use keyboard and mouse on their Xbox are people that would do it. They don't need to because they've got a keyboard and a mouse, so obviously they have a PC. And obviously, if they're gaming on their console, their PC is capable of gaming. So that's just, yeah. I think it's the way they'll go. I think Serum is actually fully supported on the controller. I was shocked. An early access game on first day, it says it fully supports my controller. It's already button mapping and everything there for it. So that is a plus. All right.
Yeah,
Wow. It's liable to be another short episode, man, with just you and me talking. I don't know where everybody else is at. Kind of a little bit of a
Fabio, I don't know. I didn't hear from him at all today.
yeah, me neither. Uh, he's probably on holiday. I don't know if they say that down there in Brazil.
Oh yeah, didn't he mention something about him being away for a bit, or was that somebody?
That was Bush. That was Mr. Bush.
Oh, Bush.
Yeah, I think Mr. Bush is going to take a break for a few weeks. Yep. But well, everything that Mr. Bush has been through, you can take a month, brother. We're good.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Um, what do you think about the PlayStation Showcase rumors? Do you think we'll get it this month?
What
I
are
mean,
they are
technically, they have one more week. Like,
they are saying May, right? They're saying May.
that's what Jeff Grubb's been saying. Yeah.
I
They've
mean,
also seen that Astro Boy and another IP are gonna be showcased in the next 15 days.
yep.
But that's also around Summer Games Fest, so it might not be a PlayStation showcase. Concord, that was the other game.
Yep, Concord. I don't know. I mean, we'll put it like this. Xbox's showcase is on June 9th, and we knew about that 2 weeks ago. So if PlayStation was going to have a showcase within the next 7 days, I do believe that everybody and their mother would have already seen it on social media, on PlayStation's website. They wouldn't be quiet about a showcase that's going to happen in 7 days. They'd want everybody ready for it, everybody looking forward to it, and everybody sitting there on their hands watching the countdown. I don't think it's going to happen. I mean,
Yeah, because usually they do give like a week notice.
yeah, it's PlayStation. They know how to do this. They know how to build hype. Um, it would already be made official. Yeah, remember Red Dead Online is quite abandoned. The servers are still up though, so you can still play, but there's no more new stuff to do. Yeah, according to Jez, it's 100% confirmed Steam on the next Xbox console. I don't know. I mean, I would yes. If I had to bet, I would say Steam on the next console. And Steam, you launch a game, it automatically sets your settings. I would expect them to do the same thing on their console and just cut out the games that don't support controller. Yep. Well, I'm sure they will both showcase something on the summer showcase, Timber. They're gonna have their own because the summer game fest can only show so many games, so they're gonna have their own showcases, and then they're gonna
Do you
toss.
think they have anything to show though?
I don't know. I mean, they can have some third party deals.
Because it wouldn't be the first time they'd skip a year.
No, it wouldn't.
They
Good,
have third party deals.
good point. It would not be the first time that they've skipped one. So, God, I still can't believe I'm just looking at this game on screen, Generation Zero, and this game is like right up my alley, like dystopian and robots, and I'm enjoying the hell out of it. And I can't believe it came out in 2019, and I'd never heard of it. Was I living under a rock?
Yeah, I'm surprised you weren't. Everybody on Xbox was playing it for a while.
See, I wasn't. I don't understand. Oh, was it like on Xbox, or did it come out later than the 2019 release on Xbox? Was it there day one?
No, it came out 2019. I think so, yeah.
Man,
Bush was actually someone that was playing it a lot.
yeah, I wasn't. I don't think I was conversing with Bush back then. I hadn't stooped that low yet. No, I kid. I love Bush, but yeah, I don't know. It just kind of fell under my. I don't. But damn, 2019. What was I playing? State of K2. Oh, I got like 700 hours in State of K2. It's crazy. Actually, no. Actually, I think I have 1,019 hours in State of K2. So, what do we think? Think we're gonna get a look at Perfect Dark or State of K3 at this showcase? New gear.
Oh, if State of Decay 3 is not there.
Oh yeah,
That game's canceled.
yeah. If
There's no way.
if State of Decay 3 is not at the showcase, then the announcement of Undead Labs closure will be. Put it like that. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's been what? It'll be 5 years since they announced it. So, or 5 years or 4 years. Was it 2020 or 2019 they announced State of Decay?
I don't know. Let me see here. State.
Like even with COVID, man, like you can't survive from not releasing a game for years, you know?
Yes, I agree. Let's see. State of Decay 3 was July 2020. It was at the Xbox Game
Yeah.
Showcase.
4 years? That's crazy.
It was still in pre-production as of 2022. So as of right now, if they did start in 2022, they would only have 2 years. ArtStation profile: the game is targeting a 2027 release. A 9-year gap between 2 and 3. Good.
Wow. Has it been 9 years already?
Well, yeah, no. If it comes out in 2027, it will be 9 years.
Oh, 2027. Oh, I
Yeah,
gotcha.
that is nuts. New rumor reports State of Decay 3 development is going well. State of Decay 3's development is reportedly going well despite a lack of official updates since its announcement. Yes. Hopefully we get another cinematic trailer or something. I mean, dang. Yes, nuts. Yes, Umbra, we live right now, sir.
We live.
Live and alive. Oh yeah, Bob couldn't make it yesterday due to my power going out. It was crazy. I actually thought about opening up this episode of GameStop Live singing the Lollipop Kids. Yeah. In Munchkin Land.
Yeah, Bob had to go see the Wizard of Oz real quick to get his internet back.
Yeah. The dude was holding it ransom. He was bogarting my internet. Hey, you mother, give me it back. So let's see. We've only got a few things in the news this week. IGN Entertainment has acquired Eurogamer.
Yeah, and a bunch of others.
Yep. Eurogamer, Game Informer, Video Games 24/7, Rock Paper Shotgun, and more. Wow.
And they also quietly lay off a ton of people.
Yeah, well, you know, naysayers are going to be like, oh, well, you know, they can't have two different human resource departments. They can't have two different advertising departments and blah, 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 blah. At the end of the day, man, it's still people's livelihoods, and it sucks.
Yeah. It's terrible.
The Kingdom Hearts series is coming to Steam on June 13th. Oh.
Let's go. W's in the chat, everybody. I might get it on Steam. I have it on Xbox, but I haven't got past the first game.
Yeah, I haven't. Let's see. When's the last time I turned my Xbox on? The other day, looking for updates. I am going to try Starfield at 60 frames though. It does, and see what quality of life improvements have been added.
Just play it on PC. It's 120.
Yeah, But my 120 hertz monitor is so small compared to my flat screen. Oh, I do want to bring up the. What do you think? Undisputed is going to be a good game.
Undisputed. What's that?
Yes, it's a boxing game, dude.
Oh yeah, I think that's gonna be a good game. I think I'm gonna get that day one. That looks really good.
It gives me those fight night vibes, man. Fight night
Fight Night
was.
was so good.
Oh,
Yeah,
and it still holds up to this day. It looks so good.
yeah, it's a shame.
Yeah, but
EA made Fight Night, right?
yes,
EA, man, they just make games and never. They'll make a game with like a cult following and never touch them again. Like Star Wars Battlefront. Like
Anthem.
the fact that they're not making a third one is just kind of insane.
They did it with Anthem too. It's like, look, here's this great concept. It feels good, plays great. We're not giving you any more content for it. Man, I really did.
Yeah.
I really liked Anthem. I really, really did.
Oh yeah, Anthem was another one. Like what the hell? Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't even finish the main story. It was so bad. It was horrible. I mean, don't get me wrong. It was great, but it was horrible that they didn't finish it. It's like, why did... Oh, don't get me started.
Which is crazy because Anthem's gameplay loop is actually really good. Like I gave it just needed better content. That's it. That's all it needed.
Not even better, just more. I mean, there was nothing there.
Oh yeah, there's nothing after you finish the game. Like
Yeah, the gameplay loop
there's
was...
no raids, no nothing.
Yes. There's...
They could have done so much with that IP. It's crazy. Same with Timefall. Now I'm realizing like EA is a menace, dude. Like they have all these good ass games that they'll never touch again.
Yeah, if it's not a sports game, they're like, yeah, it's not for us. Can't do it. Sorry. Thember says there's a rumor going around that Titanfall 3 may be in the works because of a new job listing. It's given everyone hope for Titanfall 3.
It's a card game.
Really? Why would you?
No, I'm just kidding.
Why would you say that?
That'd be hilarious. It's a mobile card game.
Okay.
With microtransactions out the ass.
Yes, Thember, listen. I mean, Umbra, listen to Thember. Don't listen to Vinny. Vinny says Titanfall 3, the job listing is for a mobile card game. Yes. Thember says, according to the job description on LinkedIn, studio is hiring devs for an incubation team to lead this project. An incubation team? What the?
Like trying to lay an egg or what?
Yeah, I mean, you incubate. I got incubators here for chickens. Oh
yeah. Timefall 2 a chicken.
Has the stream died for anyone else? No. Hasn't died for me, but then again, I'm not watching it. I'm monitoring through OBS. Says I'm still live. Might have come back. That old Kentucky internet. How'd I tell you?
Are you still having a storm?
No, it's been good today. Yeah, it did die, but it's back now. Test. Yes, think so. Hopefully. Maybe. I don't know. Think I'm live. Anyway, yes. Welcome to GameSat Live, where we are dependent on KY Bob's crappy ass Kentucky internet, and you may lose the stream 3 or 4 times before we get to the end. Yes. But we are gamers at heart, and we will press on. And hopefully YouTube puts this all back together correctly by tomorrow morning. All right. Oh.
Wow.
Are you still there, Vinny?
Yeah, I'm still here.
I can't. Okay, I can't hear you now. Yeah.
You can hear me or no?
No, I got you. I'm just messing with you. Thimber's got me. Thimber's like, shit, the stream died. And he's like, test. And then at the very end, then he goes, oh, okay. Yeah, you guys are still live. I'm like, you're killing me. Oh, but,
yeah, we're still live, brother.
Yeah, unfortunately, yes. Let's see. The Hunt Showdown is dropping PS4 and Xbox One support in August. You will be able to upgrade to the PS5.
Oh,
Xbox
let's
Series.
go, W.
Yeah, you will be able to upgrade to the PS5.
That means they can do next gen stuff.
Yes, but they're going to upgrade you to the PS5 and Xbox Series versions for free.
Oh, that's super good.
But you've got to go out and get one of them new.
So are they dropping server support too, or what?
Yes.
Or just like they're not gonna make future content? Oh, no way! They're dropping server support too. Puta madre.
Yes, puto madre. Yep. The players offer the chance to upgrade to the newly launched current versions of the game. This summer will.
I wonder if that means they're upgrading the engine.
Yes, it does say this summer will usher in a whole new era of Hunt as our update to CryEngine 5.11 goes live on August 15th.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I can't run on the OG Xbox and PS4, huh?
You're not going to be able to do it. Not powerful enough.
I think that's the first instance where we've seen like a live service game drop support for previous gen. Mid-cycle.
Yeah.
I can't think of another game that's done this.
To my memory, no, I can't either. They're going to include a new weekly video series, which will offer a look at the game's updated design, technological upgrades, and performance improvements. Yes, so keep an eye out for that video series on Crytek's website and YouTube channel. Yeah. I like to see it. People stuck in the past. Push them forward. Do it.
Yeah. Force them out of their old consoles. Make them buy the $500 base PS5.
I don't know, if it's a slim and you want it to stand upright, you're going to spend $550.
Uh-oh. If you want the disk drive, it's $600.
Oh no. Leaked video of alleged Valve hero shooter Deadlock. Kind of looks like BioShock
Deadlock.
Infinite.
Isn't it a gas game? How would it look like
Yeah,
BioShock Infinite?
It's like it says Valve has yet to comment on the leaks of what's supposedly its next game, a 6v6 hero shooter. And the video that was up on PC Gamer has been taken down. So even the leak has been shut down.
Oh, that means it's true.
Yeah, that's usually what it means.
It didn't look that good. It looked really bad.
Yeah, it did. I did see a snippet of it on somebody had a snippet of it on Twitter. I saw it. I wasn't impressed. Yep.
It just looks like a crappy Overwatch in third person.
Which is sad. What has happened to? It's like Valve's put all their eggs into Steam. And couldn't even give Project Alex to the masses. Had to leave it to the VR crowd. Really.
Yeah. All people want is a Half-Life. That's it.
Yeah. Give me Half-Life 3 and I'll love you forever. But at the time, I mean, what would we get? Because at the time, Half-Life 2 was so groundbreaking and like revolutionary in physics and graphics and everything. Well, right now we got physics and graphics in everything. So what would have? I mean, I hate to say it, but the next frontier for Half-Life is VR. Which
Yeah.
maybe that's what Gabe is thinking too.
Or Deadlock. That's the sequel everybody's been asking for.
Yeah, this is true. Next on the docket, Atari has acquired Intellivision brand but leaves disastrous Amico console behind. What is the Amico console? Oh, was that the console that came out a couple of years ago? The new Atari console?
Was it?
Yeah, don't you
The
remember?
wooden one?
No, no, they came out with a next gen console. Atari did, but it was not adopted very well whatsoever. Yeah, the Amico was announced in 2018 with a 2020 release date. And in 2023, it didn't have the money to continue development. It was released as a mobile application version in the meantime to secure funds. It has Atari. They've scrapped it. It is completely gone. No more. No more. So, wow. We're not even getting.
Must have done really well.
It doesn't sound to me like it did
We're
very
like,
well at
man,
all.
this is so good. We're scared to make another one.
Yeah, like I'd hate to put these other console
Yeah,
manufacturers out of
they don't want to
business.
put PlayStation and Xbox out of business, especially not Nintendo.
Yeah, Atari coming back from the '80s to flex their muscles. Oh yeah.
They threw him a bone for sure.
Oh man, we've got a developer direct that's scheduled for June 7th. Devolver Digital has announced a developer direct taking place on June 7th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. They must be on the East Coast, Vinny, because that's usually earlier to accommodate people on the. Oh, that's West Coast. That's definitely on the West Coast, your time, because they usually put it early enough to accommodate us on the East Coast. If I went to bed early every night, I would totally miss this because that is 11 o'clock my time.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, that's like 2 hours past your bedtime.
I know, right? That's what the pumpkin disease has already made it up to my knees by then.
Yeah.
Turn me into a pumpkin. Oh man, but yeah, I'm really interested to find out what you run into with Serum on your 4090. I really want to know.
Yeah, I'll try it out.
Usually at 1440p, my CPU is usually maybe 10-12%. Using it at a higher resolution. But Serum actually made my CPU work because it forced me to play it at 1080p. So my CPU was reading like 20s and 30s. And then and it was still only giving me 60 frames a second at 1080p. That's got to be an optimization bug or something. Serum, so Serum came out yesterday in early access, and today they've already had their first patch. So, yeah. But I'm rooting for them, man. Like I said, I'm loving the 30 minutes of it I've played. Can't wait to play it again, which won't be again until probably Sunday or Monday. Because tomorrow I got to go to the in-laws, and I got to work tonight to go in and do some.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's going to the gates of hell themselves.
That's right. I'm gonna be carried by alcohol. Alcohol's gonna carry me home. All right. Oh, Denver said the stream died again, but got back. Is that baby got back? Oh man, I do. I digress
Bob
a
mix a
lot.
lot.
Oh gosh. Well, I do, but I'm a little frugal when it comes to my wants. So unfortunately. Well, I do believe we're gonna call it a night, folks. Unless there's something else you wanted to bring up, Vinny.
Um, taxes are too damn high, man.
This is true, and taxes are high, and inflation sucks. Yeah,
Yeah.
I did. Speaking of inflation, I watched a really neat video earlier where they took the 1080 Ti video card, which was released. The 1080 Ti came out in 2016, and it's heralded as one of the best as far as leaps in performance, the best GPU that NVIDIA's ever made, as far as leaps in performance and just basically what you got out of it. They actually showed a 1080 Ti running Starfield and keeping 30 frames a second with everything turned up.
Isn't that wild?
It is. That's really wild. That is that GPU is just a diamond in the rough. But they showed that it was $699, or was it $509? It was either $599 or $699 at the time of release, and that due to inflation, that would be right now a $900 CPU, a $900 GPU, right now. But at the time, that flagship was selling for that price, and now NVIDIA's flagship is selling for $2,000. When you figure in the performance gain over the previous generation, it's like something the math doesn't work out. So it's a little bit of gouging and a little bit of inflation.
Wasn't the Titan the flagship card back then? NVIDIA Titan.
I thought the Titan is what they called the Ti. Am I getting it incorrect there? Ti was short for Titan. Oh.
Because there was the Titan and then the Titan X. Yeah, so I think Titan 5 was the flagship card at the time, but that was mainly for not gaming.
So guess who's in the chat? Fabio Amorim. He says,
"Oh, I was about to say Phil Spencer."
He says, "Yo, how you boys doing?" Yeah, about that. Wasn't expecting.
Yeah, how you doing?
Wasn't expecting for a show tonight.
Yeah. We told you this yesterday.
Yeah, man. It's in the chat, dog. I'm pretty sure. Anyway. Vinny, tell everybody where they can find you at, sir.
You can find me at Uso Vinny on all platforms. That includes Steam, X/Twitter, Xbox, PlayStation, etc., etc.
Wow, so many places. How do you make it work? You know, cutting yourself so thin, Vinny. I mean, you just continue to give your fans everything that they want, and even more. I mean, it's very respectable. Me, on the other hand, you can't even get
you know, not all heroes wear capes.
Oh, you know that it's funny because that thought just went through my head before you said it. Not all heroes wear capes. When I read that, I assumed we would do a show on next week. That's all right.
To next week Friday.
It's all right, Fabio. We still love you. And of course, this is KY Bob, the host of this train wreck from Kentucky weather to Kentucky internet, just trying to survive. You can find me KY Bob everywhere. I am now a Ubisoft Plus subscriber. Yes, I gave in. Figured why not? I dumped one subscription and replaced it with another one because I want all them crunchy games. As soon as they come out, I want all the big editions, the big versions, for just one monthly price. That's right. And of course, as I say every week, go out, touch some grass, hug somebody you love, and game on. Disclaimer, you can catch the audio version of this wherever you get your podcasts tomorrow morning. Good night.